what is the difference between Mary pregnant with Jesus and us immediately after receiving Holy Communion? The real presence of Jesus is there, insofar as the real substantial presence is concerned. Is there a difference? The Eucharist is not just a memorial. It gives us the actual presence of Jesus. It's not a piece of bread anymore. The Virgin Mary received Holy Communion from the hands of Saint John. Imagine the first time Saint John, or one of the disciples, I don't know, celebrated Mass and gave the Eucharist to Mary. She gave us Jesus. She gave Jesus to the world, and now the Virgin Mary herself receives her Son back from the hands of a priest, less holy than she is. When Jesus said, "Still happier those who hear the word of God and keep it," it's actually pointing out the beatitude of the faith of the Virgin Mary, isn't it? Because she is happier, because she believed. What did Elizabeth said when Mary visited Elizabeth? "Blessed is she who believed." She was the vessel chosen by God to come down on earth. But the beatitude of Mary is her faith, hope, and love to a heroical point, especially at the cross. You know, at the Annunciation she said, "Fiat, may it be done according to God's will." But she didn't know what will happen 33 years later on Calvary. Then she had to consummate the marriage, so to say, when Jesus gave his body. It's like a marriage, you know. "Oh yes, I consent to choose you as husband and wife." That part is quite easy. But few years later, when trials, suffering take place, that's not the honeymoon anymore. And when it reaches the peak of suffering, on Calvary, Mary was there for 3 hours, receiving the body of her Son, in a way, receiving the will of God that was crucifying her. Back to the Gospel, "Still happier those who hear the word and keep it," is the beatitude for us to follow in the footsteps of the Virgin Mary, to listen to the word of God as a first way for Jesus to enter our soul, when you think about it. That's the first Holy Communion. That's why people who arrive very late for Mass, because they missed the first communion. That happens at the moment we receive the Word of God. The first table is the table of the Word. So let us ask the Virgin Mary today her great love for the Word.